Shalom, me hearties. There be treasures in the Torah. Aye, treasures forged by Hashem's own hand, but hidden deeper than any sunken chest, brighter than polished gold. We be the crew hunting 'em down, not for silver nor fame, but for the covenant Hashem stitched into our very souls. Tonight, ye brave sailors, we hoist the sails of Parashat Vayeshev, where family turns fickle, dreams turn dangerous, and destiny gets dragged into darkness. Yosef, a favored son of Yaakov, wrapped in love as bright as sunrise on the open sea. A dreamer lad, eyes lifted towards heaven, seeing things too grand for mortal comfort. But envy mates, envy be mutiny of the heart. One jealous brother be trouble. 10 jealous brothers be stormed with teeth. The world may tear from you the garments of honor, but Hashem never tears away purpose. Vayestu et Yosef et ketonetu. They tore the coat, the symbol of his father's love, right off his back. Vayeshekalu otel ha bora. They threw him down into the cold, echoing dark, where a lad's dreams froze in terror. Vayemreku ba'eshrim kesef, sold like mere cargo for silver that could never buy back brotherhood. Cast down by men, raised up by Hashem. Dragged far from home, from familiar soil, from his father's embrace, Yosef walked into Egypt, a stranger in a land that spoke another tongue, where nobody knew the name of Hashem. But the Almighty, he walked every step beside him. Even in chains, Yosef was never alone. Destiny was still in sight. Vayeha Adonai et Yosef, Vayehe ish matzelech. Hashem was with Yosef, and he became a man that prospered. Not because Egypt favored him, but because heaven's favor followed him into every room, into every shadow, into every trial. Success in exile ain't treasure in your pocket, but the presence of Hashem guarding your very soul. They could shackle his body, but they could not shackle his destiny. In the silence of a foreign dungeon where hope should have drowned, dreams came alive. Visions of rise and fall, life and death, kingdoms toppled by whispers from heaven. a prophecy left to simmer. Our Sephardic hero of the week, Don Joseph Nasi, and he experienced hope in exile. He was exiled by hatred, yet lifted by destiny to the courts of kings and sultans. He sailed not by cannon, but by wisdom, by courage, by a heart that beat with the pain of his people. He shielded Israel when tyrants rose against her. He won a haven in Tiberias, a place where scattered families could breathe free again. He was a man cast into exile, but he refused to let exile define him. Like Joseph, he prospered in foreign lands, but he never removed his covenant. In Egypt, Joseph wore Egyptian robes, spoke Egyptian dialect, and even used a translator with his own brothers. He looked like an Egyptian. He acted like an Egyptian. To his family, he was a stranger. They did not recognize him. For when identity be hidden, love becomes blind. But when his heart could bear the pain no longer, when the mask of success crushed his very breath, he sent every Egyptian away, every witness, every barrier, until only family remained. Then, in the holy tongue and the language of his birth, he cried out through tears, Ani Yosef, ha'od avichai. I am Yosef. Is my father still alive? When he hid, he was unknown. When he spoke as Israel, he was home. It could be said that by hiding his true self, Joseph gained favor, power, and prosperity in Egypt. But success can make a man trade his own soul. One compromise at a time. Egypt applauded his face, but Hashem did not call this man. Hashem did not call his mask. The world loves a costume, not the covenant beneath. Ani Yosef. This be the face Egypt praised, but Hashem calls you by your true face, not the disguise you wear to survive. He prospered behind the mask, but who fulfilled the prophecy when he ripped it off? Some of you living in exile inside your own home, where faith be unwelcome, where your covenant be mocked as embarrassing. They say, wear your yarmulke in your heart. Hide your tzitzit so people don't stare. But signs of the covenant were never meant to be tucked below deck. They were meant to flap in the wind like the mast of a victorious ship. A hidden identity ain't protection. A hidden identity is suffocation. A hidden identity is slow death. You be stationed exactly where Hashem has planted you. Ye be the Yosef of your house. Even if the world scowls, stand faithful. Even if family don't understand, stand as Israel, even if you stand alone. The world may strip you of your coat, but it cannot strip you of the covenant. Stand visible. Stand faithful. Stand as Israel. Ki lo yatosh Adonai amo, for Hashem will not abandon his people, not in pit, not in prison, not in exile, not in your home. Hashem will never abandon you, ever. Next sale is Parashat Meketz, where dreams steer nations and famine turns the tides of history. There, upon the heights of Zafat, we shall meet Rabbi Isaac Lura, the Ari Master of Mysteries, whose wisdom took the shattered pieces of Israel and taught how brokenness can be restored. The future is coming quickly. If this voyage filled your sails with courage, cast your likes upon the waters, drop your comments in the ship's log below, and summon mates to join the crew of Israel. Every sailor counts in the fleet that defends truth against the raging seas. Our next sail, Parashat Meketz, where dreams steer the fate of nations and famine turns the tides of history. There, upon the mystical heights of Zafat, we meet Rabbi Isaac Lura, the Ari, the lion of Kabbalah, who turned exile into restoration and taught how brokenness can be made whole again. If this voyage filled your sails with courage, cast your likes upon the waters. Drop your comments in the ship's log below and invite fellow sailors to join the crew of Israel so none face the waves alone. May the wind in your sails be filled with Hashem's righteousness, and may the evil urge plunge straight to Davy Jones' locker. There be adventure ahead. Thank you for watching. Shalom.